What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 7 of our Pokemon Opal walkthrough. In the previous video, we caught up with our rival and we battled Mundanes. It was an intense battle, and we also made it to the next area, which was Austral City, which we started exploring. In today's video, we're going to continue exploring Austral City. We were finishing off near the pier, and that's where we're continuing now. And we just encountered some Team Gatling grunts. There were 2 of them here. So we're going to try and battle them and knock them out. So we're going to try clear Austral City of Team Gatling. And there was a little side quest that we took on in the previous video where we had to find like 3 clowns hiding around the city or something. So that is something we need to try and work on as well. But we have defeated the first Gatling member. Now we're taking on the second. They luckily are not too tough. This Team Gatling grunt has sent out a level 23 Scraggy, so their level is pretty high. My Tangela is only level 20, but luckily we have a whole team of 6 Pokemon, and Team Gatling only has 1 or 2 at the moment. So I think we'll be able to knock them out fairly easily. We've sent out Munchlax now, which is one of the newest additions to our team. And it's reached level 25. So hopefully we can get it to evolve down the line. The Team Gatling grunt has now sent out a level 23 Clink, a steel-type Pokemon. And it has knocked out our Munchlax, but we still have 3 Pokemon left. We're going to send out Carkol now, which is a fire type, and its attack is super effective. We knock out both of the Team Gatling grunts, and it looks like they run off. So we did a good job there. And here there is a captain, and he tells us the ship will take us to another city. But we're unable to do that yet, but we'll remember that we have to come and take that ferry. And here it looks like we've found one of those clowns that were in our little side quest. And he sends out a level 23 Kadabra. What an awesome Pokemon. It knocked out my Tangler. I'm now going with our fire type Meowth. And Kadabra's attacks are super strong. They're almost one-shotting my whole team. So we're going to swap out to Farfetch so that our Meowth gets a bit of experience. And Kadabra confuses us, but it's not enough. Our Farfetch knocks it out. And at least we have defeated 1 of the 3 clowns. Once we have found all 3 of them, we'll return to the Pokeball factory. But now it looks like we have found Opalo. We've caught up with him. And he says, good job. We ended up catching those 2 Team Gatling grunts with the help of the sheriff. We now get reports that Team Gatling has taken over the train station in Austral City. So that's not good news. It looks like we might have to go there next. We're going to have to go to the train station and try and clear up all the Team Gatling members before they get control of the whole town. But now we've entered a little house to do a bit of exploring, but there is a victory bell here which is blocking us from going upstairs. So I don't know if we can return at a later stage, but now we gotta go and try find this train station. It looks like it's here up north. And yes, there are tons of Team Gatling members here. It looks like the security and police are trying their best to keep the situation under control. But now we're going to take on all of these Team Gatling members. We're going to battle through them, and hopefully we can clear out this station. This is a great time for you to train up some of your team. If you have caught any new Pokemon or added any new Pokemon to your team, it is a great time to level them up and get some experience. Maybe there's a Pokemon you're considering adding to your team in the future. You might want to swap it in and let it get a bit of experience with all these battles coming up. And it was fairly easy. So the first Team Gatling member has now sent out a Nickit, which is like the thieving Pokemon. And we're just going to send out Munchlax now to hopefully knock it out. Our Munchlax hasn't learned any super strong attacks yet. Its Chip Away currently is probably the best we've got. But not too difficult. We defeated the first Team Gatling Grunt. I'm not sure how many more there are for us to battle here. But there is a little doctor here that is able to heal your team, which is perfect. You don't have to go all the way back to the Pokemon Center. You can battle some of these Team Gatling Grunts. Just pop back to the doctor. He's going to sort out your Pokemon. And it should be fairly easy. I don't know if there's another Team Gatling Boss towards the end of this. We'll have to wait and see. We did battle one of the other bosses previously and he was pretty tough. So we'll just have to see how things go in the train station at the moment. And this Team Gatling Grunt's second Pokemon is a Skuntank, level 23. And as you can see, my Tangler needs to level up. It's only level 20. It's falling behind a little bit. But a lot of the other Pokemon in my team are doing pretty well. Munchlax is level 25 now, so he's a little bit ahead. And there we go, Tangler leveled up a little. So let's just continue. We're going to battle on. I am very curious to see how the story unfolds. It's been super awesome so far, but there must be like one big boss for Team Gatling. I don't think we've even found near the big boss. So I'm curious to see who the ultimate leader is of the Team Gatling gang. They must be super strong. And now our starter Pokemon wants to learn a new attack, a flying type attack, Acrobatics. So that's pretty cool. And now the Team Gatling Grunt has gone with a level 23 Golbat. So hopefully Tangler's got what it takes to knock it out. Our attack is not very effective, so it looks like we might have to swap out to a different Pokemon. We're going to send in our Farfetch'd, and hopefully it can also get a bit of experience. Farfetch'd is only level 22, but I do like that this is a completely new form from the normal Farfetch'd. Like I said at the start of this game, I want to try use some of the Fakemon, or at least some of the new regional forms that they've created just in this game, just to check them out and so that you guys can see some of these beautiful new Pokemon that this creator has made. And now finally, it looks like we've reached the last Gatling Grunt to battle just in this little area of the train station. We knocked out his Houndour, and now he's gone with a Cufant level 23, which is also a super strong Pokemon. The Team Gatling members have some strong Pokemon on their team. Houndour and Cufant are really cool Pokemon. But now that we knocked them out, we can try and reach the next area of the train station. Let's just see if there's anything else down here. Okay, there is an item for us to pick up. So we found a Hyper Potion, which might come in handy. But I have healed my team by the doctor off camera. And now we're going to continue. It looks like there is another grunt for us to battle. And there could be some kind of leader up ahead. I saw someone with purple hair. So that could possibly be a Team Gatling gang leader. Let's quickly knock out this Gatling Grunt. They've gone with a level 24 Cubone, so the level is slightly getting higher. We might have to do a bit of training just to get our whole team up to level 24, 25. But we'll first see how difficult the upcoming battles will be. And finally, they've sent a level 23 Leopard, which is also a pretty cool Pokemon. It's an evolved Pokemon. And our Farfetch'd is doing an amazing job. Its Metal Claw is pretty strong. We knock out Leopard and we get a whole bunch of experience. And that's exactly what we needed. Okay, let's see what's going on next. It looks like we were right. This is a Team Gatling gang boss, one of the bosses, and her name is Carabina. She looks pretty strong. She's one of the commanders of Team Gatling, and she warns us that she doesn't mess around or take any nonsense from little kids. And apparently this train has a whole shipment of Poke Essence, which is really valuable, and Carabina actually wants to steal it. Apollo says that it's not for them, it's actually used for good, but Team Gatling wants it for their own greedy purposes. So she says that we shouldn't come on the train if we know what's good for ourselves. She threatens us a little bit, but we're definitely going to come on and try and find her. We're not going to let her steal the whole shipment of Poke Essence. So there are a couple grunts to battle beforehand. I am skipping through these so the video isn't too long, and it will also keep it interesting for you. But here it looks like we've made it into a section of the train that has all the Poke Essence. There's a ladder that goes up to the top of the train, so I'm guessing that's where we need to go. And yes, Carabina is on top of the train. Wow, it looks super awesome. And she tells us, don't we know when to give up? And it's battle time. We're going to take on one of the commanders of Team Gatling. We're about to challenge Lieutenant Carabina. And she is super tough. I just want to let you guys know you need to train up your team for this battle. Her first Pokemon is a level 25 Mawile, and it knocks out my Farfetch super easily. I definitely came into this battle with a lot of my Pokemon being underleveled. Luckily my starter Pokemon is level 28, so that did help a ton. But as you can see, the second Pokemon she sent out is a level 25 Sandslash. My Tangela is only level 22, so I could have done a bit of training off camera just to level them up 2 or 3 levels each for some of my weaker Pokemon. I think that would have made this battle a whole lot easier. But our Tangela did get knocked out, but it did cause a lot of damage. So we're going to send out Munchlax now to finish off Sandslash. And now we are learning a new move, Taunt, for our Meowth. And I'm curious to see who Lieutenant Carabina is going to send out next. Her final Pokemon looks like a level 27 Drapion. So, wow, that's a high level. I'm going to go with Carkol, level 29. Luckily, my starter Pokemon and Carkol are leveled up really high, but the rest of my team definitely need a bit of training to do. Drapion is an absolute beast. My attack isn't doing much damage, but luckily Drapion's isn't either. And we finally knock out Drapion and defeat Lieutenant Carabina. And our Meowth is evolving. It's just evolved into Persian. And wow, how awesome does this fire-type Persian look? It almost looks like a leopard. I love the design of it. It looks really cool. And now Carabina sends her Sandslash out and makes another hole through the train roof where she is trying to escape. And now Lieutenant Carabina says if she can't have the Poke Essence, no one will. And she tries to blow up the train engine, hoping that the whole train will crash and the Poke Essence will be destroyed. And in all this chaos, Apollo phones us and he said this has gotten way out of control, but he has a plan. He's worried the train is about to get derailed, but he sends out his Braviary, and he tells his Braviary to use Hurricane against the train to hopefully try slow it down and stop it. And luckily it works. It seems like the train was managed to stop and it didn't get derailed. And we are back at the train station now. It looks like the Lieutenant Carabina of Team Gatling has been arrested, and she says her boss is Derringer, who was the man behind the whole bomb in the beginning of the game, if you remember the first episode. So it looks like Derringer might be the ultimate boss. Hopefully we can find him down the line and take him on. But now it looks like Beal, the next gym leader, has caught up with us, and we will be able to take her on next, which I'm super excited for. But we're going to end things off here. Thanks for watching.